It is time for some Diablo 3.
Home screen. Mortal Kombat 10. Diablo 3.
Not
Reaper of
Resident
Souls
Evil.
Ultimate Evil Edition.
Closing
English.
that.
Button.
It's
Options
Diablo
button.
time.
Options menu. L1 button to the left. Confirm. The following application will close. Diablo 3.
Welcome everyone. I want to say before we start that the first stream of the day was without question the largest stream I've ever had in terms of numbers. I looked at the numbers in the summary that I got of the stream after the stream was over, and my goodness, guys, it was the largest stream I've ever had. I mean, that's amazing. I don't know if
Diablo 3. Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil
it's
Edition.
probably
English.
not. It's probably not fair to hope that becomes a trend just yet. But I was very pleased. So we're going to dive back into Zor here. The mighty Zor. Ah, yeah, that's how I start a stream. Woo! And I'm going to, essentially just keep going. Like, just keep trying to do things. Oh, you know what? Okay. We're at Act 5. I'm going to do something real quick. I know I could go to the map to go to Act 1, but I find this easier for a blind person, personally, because I can't really tell which act on that map is Act 1 without jumping around and stuff, so this is just easier. I'm going to do it this way. Look how easy that is. There. Now I'm at Act 1.
Greetings.
There we go. Got the buffs up. And I think just to start off today, we're going to do a, like I usually do for Diablo streams, we're going to do a normal rift. See if we can get through another one quickly. I might even do more than one normal rift today, because I do need Death's Breath. I do need, well, I need legendaries, but I do need keystones. So, let's do a normal rift. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's do this here thing.
Many Nephilim have stood where you are.
Alright. Okay, probably this way then. There we are. I'm sorry, what? Multiple elites, I love it. There's some Death Breath, alright. Yeah!
They can see me now.
More Death Breath. And some loot. I know there's at least one legendary in that pile.
Your defenses are nothing.
Ooh, move.
Myself.
I very nearly died. It was not a lot of fun.
Need more time.
Problem with that is I kind of lost track of where the orbs are. Oh. Wait. Aha! I found the Death Breath, which means I found the orbs too.
I'm just warming up.
Ah, staff. That I don't need because it's common. Silly monsters thinking I need a common staff. Ha! Who do you think you are? I shall destroy you. Hey, greetings, Rocket Gamer!
Who this is? Who this is?
Hey! Thank you, Rocket, for the raid with the party of 5. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome, everyone, from Rocket's channel. You really are watching a blind person play Diablo 3 right now. And at least at the moment, I'm doing quite well, actually.
They can see me now.
May their corpses rot here forever.
I was looking for the Death's Breath, but it's not playing its ambient audio that it usually plays. Close my emails. But thank you, Player Essence, for the follow. Thank you very much. It's a follow notification there. Oh well.
Not ready yet. Didn't see that coming.
I think I got it. Good. Wait. I hear some now. There it is. Yay!
Closing in. 3, 2, 1.
Your defenses are nothing.
Man! This rift is going great! Death breath. Got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
What? What are you... Amazon device? I swear. This must be floor 2. And so it is. Oh.
Still waiting.
Stop it. Whee!
Your defenses are nothing. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Not a lot of elites on this floor.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
I guess it's balancing out because there's so many elites on the last floor. Oh, monsters! Come on, monsters! Come on!
My kids are trying to rob me of all my sanity.
I'm sorry, Joy. I'm sorry about your chillins. Joy's kids? Don't make Super Blind Man come flying over to there. I will bop you. I will bap you with my cane. You will be bapped. Superly. Because I'm Super Blind Man. Utterly bapped you will be. Well, this rift is going so well. I found treasure. Treasure. Okay, found some gold on a body. I kicked the body.
Need more time. The Rift
Yeah, the Rift Guardian. Guess what? The Rift Guardian is frickin' dead.
Not ready yet.
So I'm still trying to find the Rift Guardian's loot.
Still waiting.
I may never find it. I may never find it. I think I killed the Rift Guardian at a little bit of a distance. And because of that, I may never find its loot. There it is. Oh, I found it! Now, there was another elite with the Guardian, but I would have already picked up the Death Breath from that one. I may have.
Your voice is like audio butter.
Oh, snap! We have another follow. Hang on. Let me check this out. Evil Dragon Souls 6322, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope you enjoy the content. Hope you stick around, and always feel free to ask questions if you have them, or just chill out. That's fine too. Thank you very much for the follow. I think I am done here. I'm going to go ahead and leave. I think I'm good. Even if I missed a Death Breath here or there, that's fine. I'll get it back.
You have proven yourself worthy of your blood.
Yeah, I'm the worthiest. Hello, Alright, so now we're going to wait for that one to close, and I think I'm going to run another one. I think I want to run at least two normal rifts today. Just to make sure I'm stocked up on keystones, and I'm getting some Death Breath, and yeah. There we go. It is closed. Now I'm going to head over here. Come on now. There you go. Alright, we're going to do another normal rift. Or as Billy would call them, a little boy rift.
Are you strong enough to...
Well, that's one elite down. Move.
Never cease to impress me.
Once again, we are blessed with high monster density, which is great.
astound myself.
So many monsters on this floor.
I'm just warming up.
There's another elite. There we go.
Good, I astound myself.
My goodness. Man, I can't believe this. This is insane how well this is working out tonight. I think I might have missed at least one orb, but oh well.
How does that feel? Still waiting. Need more time.
Woo!
Not ready yet.
Wow! I actually died.
Still waiting. Need more time. Your defenses are nothing.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Rift Guardian's dead. Woo! Holy cow!
Not ready yet.
Rift Guardian brought some elites with him and he still died.
I'm still waiting. Down myself. Need more time.
All right. All right. So I've already gotten all the materials I need. So if I'm being honest, I'm just messing around here at this point. Let's go ahead and leave. Oh no! Yes, Joy, I'll be happy to let you know if a thing is accessible. Yes, absolutely.
Navigation region. Search edit. Enter a title edit contains text. Super blank reply. Search edit. Send a message edit. Send. Welcome to the chat room.
I'm glad I checked chat.
Subscriber is okay.
I'm very sorry, Joy. I'm a terrible person.
Well fought.
Alright, so that is 2, count them, 2 rifts completed. Solo, on my own. That's what solo means. I don't know why I said that. Solo literally means by myself. Alright. Alright. So, let us do some gear repair. If I can find the Dude McDude. There we go. Sell the trash, repair the gear. Alright, let's go ahead and do some bounties. Or at least try to. We will try. So I gotta tell you, the trick I learned from Billy about bounties is really helpful if you're blind, and I wish I'd known it before. If we go to the acts map screen and hold L2, it only highlights the bounties, so we can only move to the bounties, and that's so good. That's so good. It saves a lot of time. Jeez! Yes, I think I will wipe out an entire elite pack in one shot. Sounds great.
Mighty foe has fallen.
Thought I heard death breath. I was wrong. I thought I heard it. Ah.
Not ready yet. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Now, it is important to note, chat, that typically when I do bounties, I don't actually know what the bounty that I'm doing actually is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for the bounty, because, hey, we can't read it. So, I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing for this bounty, but the thing is, I will essentially just try stuff. I'll just go around and kill things, see if
More time.
it triggers the completion, you know? Do we have Death Breath? If we do... He's once again not playing the audio for it. Which is cool. Darth Revan's back! Welcome back, sir. Glad to have you back, my friend.
Not ready yet. Unstoppable.
Okay, we found an event of some kind. It could be a cursed chest. If it is, though, I'm not finding it.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No problem. No problem at all. Because, like I said, it may or may not even be the bounty. I don't know. So...
I don't think I will still play the game if you don't mind putting those. Okay. Set us. Start reading button. Start reading. Sorry, I don't think I will still play the game if you don't mind putting those.
Yeah, okay, so this game, this one's a complicated one. There's a lot of little tricks to playing this game. So, as far as the movement goes, the game has something that helps us out a little bit. It's not perfect. It's not like Resident Evil. Resident Evil has that really neat map trick that I use. This game doesn't have that. So with this game, what I try to do is rely on one of two things. If I'm playing solo, the only real movement trick is that movement sounds will stop if you run into a wall. So I can try to use that to kind of try to map out the area, kind of try to figure out which direction I should go in. Because I know if I'm stuck in a corner, I'll know eventually because there's no footstep sounds when I try to move. When I'm playing with a group, it is admittedly a lot easier because with a group I can actually track the group, because what they'll usually do is when they move, as they move to, in different directions, they'll just kind of activate their attacks, and I can follow the sound of their attacks with surround sound and track them that way. The way I found this bounty was to go to the act map and to basically choose a selection on the act map. Well, now I'm using the hold L2 trick to only highlight bounties, but even before, I would choose a selection on the act map, and if the quest sound played, if the sound played that means you're starting a quest, I knew that meant they were starting a bounty. As for attacking, the surround sound in this game is very, very, very good. So I can easily aim for my enemies by just paying attention to where they are in the surround sound field. But to some extent, there's also auto-targeting too. If you're really close to a bunch of enemies, the game is actually pretty good at just kind of targeting the next one and the next one and the next one. So in that way, it kind of helps out a little bit there. There are other tricks too, and I'm happy to answer questions. I will point out that Death's Breath is an item that I look for every time I kill elite monsters, and Death's Breath is the only item in the game that makes a sound while it's on the ground where you can pick it up. If you have any more questions than that, let me know. I will answer them. Like I said, this game is very complicated. There's 1,000 little things that help us out in this game. It's very complicated. I kicked a body. I kicked a body. It got kicked. Hey, more monsters. Over here. There they are. There's only one. Only a couple. So there is certainly a lot of wandering in this game. There's certainly a lot of, you know, not necessarily knowing where it is that I'm going, but I also know that monsters mean progress. So if you find more monsters, usually that means you're going a place you haven't been to before. Because they don't respawn unless you reload the game. So monsters typically mean progress.
Wait.
Wait, you say? Wait?
Hold button. Set to wait. Hold button.
I will wait. I will wait because Joy says I should wait.
You walk past a pile of treasure.
A pile of treasure? I do so
You're
like
allowed to make top to the
treasure. Hey, David's back. Woo!
Light 20 left.
Okay. Well, by my count, that was 20 left. That was 20 left by my count.
And maybe 5 down. My eyes are open for treasure.
Oh, you know what? Aha! I hear it. I hear death breath.
Up one.
Woohoo!
This is very interesting. I love this man. Right W.
I got death breath,
What?
yo.
Set to 1. Cold void link is in your graphic moderator right W. Cold void button is in your graphic moderator. This is very interesting. I love this man. Start from man 2000 button.
Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Death Breath.
Set to 1. Cold void button. 1. Still money.
Oh, there's money? Well, my lovely pet should be picking up money. That's a bad lovely pet.
Left. Up. Set up. Cold void button.
Up, you say?
Mobile gamer. Set to mobile. Tobias Alexander 23 button. Mobile gamer. Tobias Alexander 23 button.
Indeed. A blind gamer
Tobias
indeed.
Alexander 23 button. Send a message. The delay is the main card to assist roll. Inmate 011.
I understand. I understand. I know it is. I know it is.
Right. Up.
The delay's rough. I really wish there was some algorithm out there that had no delay at all. That'd be so great. It'd be so great. Okay.
Your send posted.
Okay, cool, man.
Send your send posted. Inmate 011 button.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Alright, we got it. We got it. Well, thank you very much. I don't know what that was, but it was not gold, which is why the pen didn't pick it up. Yay!
Stop, see where you're going. Here's I do. Subscribe right here. Encroaching March of time. Crushing all others. See you.
How do I know where I'm going? To be honest, I really don't. I kind of wander around unless I'm playing with a group. If I'm playing with a group, then the group will guide me by throwing out the occasional attack and letting me follow them using the sound effects to track them. Right now, though, I don't really know where I'm going. No, I kind of wander around a lot, but I do so in a way where I learn to note down monsters as progress. So wherever I find monsters, it's probably a place I haven't been to before. And I'll probably keep going in that direction until I can't go that direction anymore, and then kind of backtrack and try to find out the next pathway. So that's kind of there's not much of a trick to it. It's just really a lot of wandering. If you're playing solo right now, like I am right now, it's kind of a lot of wandering.
Send right here. Encroaching March of time. Crushing all others. See you. Yellow button.
Calicoa, the ever-encroaching March of Time. It does that. Stupid March of Time. I never did like the ever-encroaching March of Time. Well, I'm afraid if the bounty is cleanse the cursed chest, I think I found it, but then I walked away from it. It kind of depends. With this game, I very much do. Especially because I kind of understand how the skills work in this game. I very much imagine a lot of things in my head happening. A lot of these crazy things, like... But of course, the way that I imagine things isn't necessarily the way that they actually are in the game. So, for example, I actually mentioned this in chat once, on stream once. I mentioned what I envision when my character does this, summons forth all these meteors.
Thanks for pronouncing my name right.
What I envision is, you know, a wizard that's like standing tall, holding his hands up, and just meteors are just falling from the sky everywhere. But apparently that's not the way it actually happens. I guess there's like a... Since the characters hold weapons all the time, I guess the animation is more with the weapon than with his hands. So... but I do imagine things, and it's fun to do that. Because I'm kind of creating my own scenery that way. And I will imagine things based on the environment audio, too. Although this particular environment is very open, so I'm not, you know... I'm kind of left not really certain what to imagine. Hey, look, a monster. Hey, look, he's dead.
Man, if you got some other role that doesn't move in the amazing roller.
I actually used to play D&D back in the day. I used to play D&D back in the day. I haven't played D&D in 14 years. No, almost 15 years. But I used to play D&D a long time ago, and it's not the dice rolling that's the problem. Trust me, there are Braille dice. I could roll dice with anyone. As far as the battle maps go, a lot of people that play D&D these days use battle maps, and back when I used to play, at least in my personal experience,
I like the interactivity of the chat.
I never used battle maps. I never played with anyone that used battle maps. Everyone that I played with didn't use them. A lot of people these days do, though, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I could play D&D with anyone who was willing to be descriptive and deal with the fact that I would ask a lot of questions. Like, you know, okay, I'm on this battle map. Which enemies are within, 10 feet of me so I can cast fire... Well, stuff like that. But yeah, I can absolutely play D&D. We actually just have... Here's actually a fun segue for you guys. So... You guys might not know. Some of you might not know this. Some of you do, but some of you might not know. I am an accessibility consultant, which means I work with developers to make their games more accessible to blind people, and in this case, their apps more accessible to blind people. I worked with a developer recently called Blind Sparrow Interactive, and their app was actually, literally, an RPG dice rolling app. So I wouldn't need help rolling dice at all, because I have that app that will do the dice rolls, whatever dice I need rolled, and give me the results. And I consulted on that app to make it the best accessibility experience that I could make it. And it's getting a lot of positive reviews already, which is great. Like, even I feel good about that. Even though I'm not the one who programmed it, I'm not the one who technically made it, I feel good about that because I was hired as the consultant for that app. And it feels good. Updates, you're excited. Yeah, man. It's pretty cool. I do some pretty neat stuff. You know what I don't like? I don't like goat men. Oh, yeah, definitely. Daily life. Well, I will happily answer that question. So number one, the house I live in, I have memorized, you know? I've lived here for years, and I don't need any, you know, I don't need a cane, I don't need any, you know, assistance getting around this house. It's just, you know, I know it. I just know it, because I've lived here for so long. So, that's one half of it. As far as if you're asking about, like, you know, everything else, there's a lot of different ways. These days, consider for a second, if you will, how much of a boon to the blind things like Uber and Lyft are. You probably heard of the Uber and Lyft being the ride-sharing services that exist nowadays. For the blind, they are tremendous things. Like, I feel like maybe I'm wrong about this, but maybe I feel like maybe the sighted might take them for granted. Like, oh, okay, this is neat, but, you know, it's just another thing we can use if we want to. The blind love them because it's so great. It's just such a good feeling to be able to say, hey, I want to go to this place, like this store or this restaurant or whatever, and just be able to, you know, within 5 minutes, I can get someone to bring me there. You know, sure, they're not free, but neither is the service we use. We have services we use. All right, Joy, that's cool. That's cool, Joy. Have a good walk. Have a good walk. We have services for the blind that are like bus services that we can use to travel. But the one here, anyway, is really, really awful. Like, really bad. You might schedule a trip, let's say, I have to be at this place at 9:30 a.m. Okay, we're going to pick you up at 6:30 a.m. Is that cool? That's cool, right? Or, worse yet, okay, you have to be there at 9:30, right? Okay, cool. We don't have any buses available until 10:30, so that's fine, right? That's cool. You don't have, this is not important, is it? And then on top of that, you often have to wait hours after you've done what you went there to do until they pick you up again. So yes, it is cheaper than Uber and Lyft to pay for that bus service, but Uber and Lyft is so freeing. That's the word I wanted to use. It's freeing to be able to say, I want to go here. Let's go here. Uber or Lyft, boom, done. You know, it's great. And you know, I have a cane that I use. You know, they call it a white cane for blind people. I use that to get around, you know, outside places that I'm familiar with. Or, you know, there's always my fiance, who I bring almost everywhere I go. So there you go.
Your voice is like audio butter.
Hey, we have another follow. All right. Okay. Well, here's the thing, David. To respond to that real quick. Even if their rates go up, it's probably not going to change much as far as I'm concerned, or as far as many blind people might be concerned. You know, it's just such a valuable service that I can't see not using them. You know, now we're at this stage in in time that I can't see not, even if the rates go up, I can't see not using them at all. What streamer or streamers have I gotten inspiration from? Man, there's been a lot. A lot.
Your voice is like audio butter.
Man. Oh, man. Back in the day, I used to listen to a guy called Dave the Usher. Wow. Man vs. Game. He's still around, but I don't really listen to him much anymore. I feel he's kind of changed a little bit, and that's just me. It's my opinion.
Roll that follow phase.
Yeah, that follow sound is great. As soon as that gentleman said that on my stream, I had to make it my follow sound. Sungguan, thanks for the follow. That's probably the wrong way to pronounce your name. I apologize for that. If it is, I apologize. Yanks 1005, thanks for the follow as well. You guys are awesome. Today's been, by the way, I'm going to say it again. Today has been a record-breaking day. A record-breaking day. My first stream was literally the highest number stream I have ever had ever. I got on that stream, on the first stream, I got 17 new followers. Peak viewership was 182. I have never had viewership that high. And average viewership was 26. I was blown away. Also, hi talented streamer. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks as well. I hope you enjoy the content. Again, feel free to ask questions. I will happily answer them. I'm really just kind of messing around, doing some, trying to do some bounties right now. Bounties are kind of a thing. It's kind of off and on. I almost wonder if I should do more rifts. Because bounties are kind of difficult in that I don't know what the bounty is, so I just have to try to do stuff and kill monsters and hope that I eventually get the bounty. Hi, monsters. Speaking of... Disorient! Call out your moves! Call out your moves like a, like an anime character. Disorient! Disorient! Blind! Charm! Fireball! Meteor! My favorite type of game, Insomniatic Meat. Hey, I know you. I know you. Well, I do. It's right here. It's on. It should be showing on the map what the bounty is. But yeah, my favorite type of game. That's a fun question to answer because my favorite type of game it kind of varies based on whether or not I can play it. Okay, I'm definitely going to address that question, but first we'll address the type of game question. First of all, favorite type of game. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Khazra Den. Okay, awesome. That means I haven't found it yet, which means I can still look for it. Awesome. Alright, so first question. Favorite type of game. I personally like narrative games. I like games with good stories. I like RPGs, you know, anything that will grip me with a good story. I even like Phoenix Wright games. because it's got a decent narrative, a surprisingly decent narrative for what at first is kind of like, oh, this is a kid's game. It's like kind of cartoony and silly, but actually it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. You know, I love narrative. I love good voice acting, good story, good audio design. Those are my type of games. But the honest fact is I can't play a lot of games that are like that. So that kind of falls under the category of games that I can listen to, but not necessarily play. My favorite, the easiest type of games that I can play are fighting games, which kind of makes it very easy to default to them when I talk about games. Like, oh, my favorite game is Mortal Kombat because, I mean, obviously it's like 98% accessible. I can certainly play it, so you know. As for the Daredevil comment, yes, the cane does echo off of things, but the way Daredevil hears as good as he does, that does not exist. There are people that use a form of echolocation. It's very rare to be able to do that, but there are people who do it. But it's not like it's not Daredevil level, okay? And yes, Daredevil has been described, but by an audio describer.
MK11.
One thing you guys... Yeah, I'm looking forward to MK11. I'll be on that beta. I'll be all over that beta, man. Not to
Roll
mention,
DDL location.
the full game when it comes out.
Roll DDL location. Image 011 button. Roll DDL location. DD. Echo. Location. Space. Echo. DD. D. Space. Space. D. D. Space.
Echolocation, yeah.
Must be
Yeah,
text to speech set to I can only just about understand it.
yeah. It's right now the text to speech is
I'm
about
not sure about that.
Amazon device. I swear, text to speech is at about 80% or so now. And it's something that I grew up with, but that's why I can understand it, because I grew up with different text to speech engines like this. You know, when you have to listen to robotic voices in your head all the time, you kind of get used to it.
What speed do you have the text to speech set to the world order button?
So, but yeah, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Mortal Kombat 11. Oh yeah, I was talking about Daredevil. Daredevil has been audio described, but not by just any person, by an audio description narrator. The fun thing that some of you might not be aware of is that Netflix actually caters to the blind incredibly well. They, for most of their originals, will provide an audio description track that allows us to listen to a narrator over the action that's going on, and it's done in such a way where it doesn't step on the toes of the dialogue. So it's done in a very succinct and clever sort of way. It's there's kind of an art to it, honestly. And yeah, through that method, I can listen to movies, TV shows, audio described.
My stand, you're awesome. I don't know if you'll ever play Dark Souls, but if the game allows something to allow this, I will definitely help you out.
Dude, I would play Dark Souls. Here's the thing. Dark Souls, as it currently stands, is not a game I could play. It's not accessible. And the reason I say this is because even though I could probably pull off the combat, the platforming elements of Dark Souls would ruin it. Because there's no audio indicator when there's a platform, or when you're on an edge of a platform, or when there's something above you you could jump onto, or when there's an item in the area. You know, there's no audio indicator of those things. The combat, I think the combat would be doable because I have noticed that every monster's attack has its own sound effect. So I feel like eventually I could adjust to the combat, but with the platforming involved as well, and the traps and everything like that, I don't think I could do it. I actually did try Dark Souls once, and I did die very quickly.
Edge and wall audio cues are used things for accessibility.
Yeah, edge is huge. Walls are huge. Items are huge. Item placement is huge. Even in this game, the fact that items make a sound when they drop, and that sound is in the proper position in the stereo field, or in the surround sound field in my case, that helps me learn where items dropped. That tells me where they are, so I can go find them and pick them up. If I want to.
Also, characters will slow down while they face a wall.
I tend not to pick up commons if I can avoid it. I try not to, because they're just trash. I don't need them anymore. I'm at the level where I need legendaries, and I only need legendaries, so...
Also, when characters will image 011, but also when characters will slow down while they face a wall.
Yes, when characters don't slow down walking pace when hitting a wall, that I will never know when there's a wall. You know what I'm saying? I'll always think that I'm moving forward, and I won't be, and I'll just never know. So sadly, unless From Software started listening to my desperate pleas, Dark Souls is not an option, really. I would love to do it, though. I would love to do it. If I could, I would. 100%.
Now, so how does that work? Let's say someone has their broken. This narrator, like the guy that says he broken 416. Does he say it's remembered? That's great, true.
Yes. Yeah. All those things are true. Yes. It's very easy if you want to know what that sounds like. It's very easy to sample it. If you have, maybe you don't, but if you, just in case you do, if you have a Netflix subscription, pick any Netflix original show or movie. Go to the audio and subtitles option, and there, you'll see an option for audio description English. Turn that on for a little like a few minutes. Give it a few minutes, and you'll get an idea of what audio description sounds like. And then you can turn it back off as you will. I actually know one person who I introduced to audio description. They're a sighted person, totally sighted, and I told them about audio description on Netflix, and now they actually use it, even though they're fully sighted. They use it to quote unquote watch shows while they're doing the dishes. So they put their phone like next to them, they don't even look at it, and use audio description while they're doing the dishes, even though they can see. I love that. That is great.
Are you able to use the keyboard in any capacity?
Yeah, absolutely. I can type as well as anyone. I took typing lessons when I was a young child. Because I had to, because the teachers that I worked with when I was a kid understood that computers were essentially going to be my life. They're going to be my way of communication. They're going to be my way of doing work. So I had to take typing lessons. So yeah, I can type with the best of them. You might say, I don't even look at the keyboard. Ah!
Need more time.
Hello there, Mr. Monster. Would you like some death today? You would? Well, thank you. Alright, so we are... We are looking for the Khosra Den, which I will know if I find it, because one of the things this game does is when you find an exit that leads you somewhere else, another area, it does actually play a sound for that. Ooh! I love this question. Okay, here we go. When I watched anime, I will... First of all, I will admit that I haven't honestly watched that much anime, okay? But I have watched some. And when I typically watched anime before, I always used to use the English dubs because, let's face it, I don't know Japanese. It is a life goal of mine to eventually learn Japanese, but I don't know it right now, so that's the way it is. And I can't read the subtitles, so English dubs it is. Doesn't matter how bad it is, English dubs it had to be, okay? However, these days, I can now watch anime as long as it has English subtitles and is on a platform like Netflix or a platform that uses subtitles of a certain format. Because it is now built into every iPhone. Well, let me start from the beginning here. Every iPhone has a screen reader built into it called VoiceOver. So a blind person can use any iPhone that exists by turning on VoiceOver. Now, VoiceOver recently added a feature that actually reads subtitles in media. So as long as the format is correct, as long as the format is something that it can read, Netflix is the case where it is something it can read, then VoiceOver will read me the English subtitles when I watch a Japanese anime. So it's pretty great. It's pretty great. However, I will also add that most Japanese anime is not audio described either. I found a waypoint. I have never taken the time to learn chess. No real reason why. I would probably learn it if I had a teacher, but I just have not. I have not taken the time to do that. No real reason why. No. You know. See, now that's cool. It's cool to have occasional, descriptions of things like that. There's actually a movement. There's actually a movement to kind of create a group of people that will transcribe and describe video games.
Not ready yet.
A friend of mine started a website for people to transcribe and do menu guides for games and to transcribe them for the blind and to do videos of their cutscenes with description added to them. It's pretty cool. To answer your question, my first anime. Let me think about this. My very first anime was one that my brother showed me back in the day, and I wish I had found it another way because he didn't really try too hard to describe it. My very first anime was, I believe, Fist of the North Star, and man, I loved it. I just loved it, just because it was so over the top, and I fell in love with it.
Still waiting.
Whee! Outlaw Star. I've never heard of that one before. And no, this is not Phil's stream. This is Super Blind Man's stream. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Phil must be hosting me right now, which is fantastic if he is. Let's find out.
Hosting enter. Auto hosting menu button. Drag button. Pick a live chat search clickable. Search edit. Jaws find enter. Hosting new tab. Auto hosting the figure. Graphic pick clickable. Link pick clickable. Add to auto host figure. Graphic for figure end. Link for button syndicate. Graphic gold figure end. Visit link add button. Show more button. Left expand button extensions. Pop up button. Extension. Left show more add button. Show more button. Space. Add button. Figure. Choice outcomes. Figure end. Link choice add button. Figure. Rectangle figure end. Add figure. Graphic for figure end. Link for add to auto host figure. Graphic bulletin figure end. Link bulletin add to auto figure. Graphic for figure end. Visit
Yep,
symbol.
he is hosting me right now. Yes.
Wrapping the top. Search edit. Wrapping the bottom. Search edit. Send a message edit. Send a button blind. Algorithm button. This guy is Yanks on link. Which prime Yanks. This guy is way more entertaining than Phil. Yanks 1005 button.
I am in fact completely blind. Yes. You know, I probably should have refreshed those buffs a long time ago. I've been talking to you guys so much that those buffs probably ran out. Oh well, now they're back.
So our applications found on your computer. Like a voiceover application. Tell me the program name.
Yeah, the JAWS screen reader, the same screen reader that's reading chat right now, is a fully functional screen reader for the entire system. Okay, so if I go into the start menu to find an application, it reads all that stuff. It's not just for chat, is what I'm saying. Some people do have
That's crazy.
some people do have text to speech add-ons that are just for Twitch chat. I've heard some of them. This is not one of them. This is a fully functional screen reader for the entire computer system that happens to read chat as well. By luck,
Respecto.
it reads chat. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Oh, I think I found it. I did! Ha-ha! Look at me, completing bounty quests. Well, getting there anyway. Hello, friends!
Your voice is like audio butter.
There's a blind gaming event. This needs more exposure.
You dare attack me?
Would you like to feel an immense amount of pain? Here you go.
Enemy we have laid low.
Okay, now. Here it is.
Adding overpriced Dungeons and Dragons 5 into the descriptive nature of it would be interesting for you.
Here it is. Dang it. If only there wasn't another monster there.
Somehow stars, fantasy, space pirates, stuff with cool ships and unique effects with ammo casters.
Okay. Now listen, I hope you guys can hear this. Oh, there's another monster there. I need a break from the monsters to explain things to my Twitch audience, guys. If you guys would just stop trying to kill me. I mean, you're not going to win anyway. You should probably just stop trying to kill me. Okay. So this sound that's in the background right now. This is the sound of Death's Breath, which is a very important item in this game. But this item is the only item in the game that makes sound when it's on the
Your
ground.
voice is like audio butter.
So this is the only item in the game that's easy for me to find, because it's on the ground and it makes a sound effect, so I can actually track it using the surround sound. This is the only item that does that. Now, if they applied this idea to every item in the game, it'd be much easier. But now I got it. To answer your question, yes, I have played D&D. I haven't played D&D in many, many years, but I have played it and I love it dearly. It's been almost 15 years since I played D&D.
One line back. Screen left, screen labels, V0 point.
I actually remember the last time I played D&D.
Wrapping the top, subset, wrapping the bottom, other heading out. Link algorithm. Lang, A, L, K, D, A, H, R, I, P, P, A.
Okay, let me see if I got this right. Alkdarippa? Thank you for following.
Link cadet Duke. Lang, T,
And-
E, 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 U, K, E, Lang.
Cadet Duke, thanks for the follow as well.
The continual world order button. One last sentence. Liverpool Castle Crashers. If not, so yes, listen for Liverpool Castle Crashers. If not, animated, play. It seems like it would be good for the blind. Just add and slash.
Castle Crashers, I think I have. I believe I played that game with my fiance cooperatively. Because yeah, as you say, it is hack and slash. So I think I remember a long time ago, years and years ago, I think we did play it cooperatively. I don't think we finished it, but I think we started it cooperatively. How can I understand such a vast voice? Short, easy answer. I grew up with it. that's really the answer. Like, when you grow up a blind kid, and you have to use computers, you have to use them. You have no choice, because I can't. I'm not going to be able to write on a typical worksheet because I can't even read the worksheet. So everything I did was on computers. And when you grow up that way, with voices in your ear, with robot voices in your ear all the time, you learn to understand them at faster rates than normal people. The average person, doesn't have to deal with this all the time. I do, because it's kind of a way of life. So I understand them at this speed.
Your voice is like audio butter.
Hey, that kind of hurt. Ouchies!
What color did you choose for CC? Mine was my favorite color.
Great awaits.
I will be honest and tell you right now, I do not remember. And I'll say that because when it comes
I read
to
the Dice Roll of Divine Pearl Sword perfect on the ice. She now works audio analysis for the CIA.
when it comes to things like
I think the
color,
environment fell on you.
yeah, it did. I know what happened. Yeah, that is what happened. When it comes to things like color, I tend not to retain things like that. Like people could ask
I didn't
me,
know this list has large tracks.
you know, later what color something is, and I'll be like, I don't know, because I don't need to know really. Like it doesn't really matter to me. Whee! You die, and you die, and you die. Hey, guess what? I completed the bounty. Everything in here is dead. That is the sound, by the way, of a Nephilim orb. That is another item that makes a sound, but I don't classify it as an item because it's just a buff. Bounty completed. All right.
New bounty.
Let's go to another one.
How do you know where the mobs are?
Surround sound. I know where they are.
Understand from your perspective with colors. It just lists different colors and different things. If your tower is ready with fire, you cut the lights, green, etc.
Yeah, I still don't remember though. It's like I said, we did it years ago. I really don't remember though. I know where the mobs are because they all make sound, and when they make sound in my surround sound field, I can track them that way. If something sounds like it's behind me and to the left, well, that's the direction I head in or aim in. So there you go. Hey!
So yes, listen, send a message, send a message. Who is button? 1. Who is bar? Who is button? 1. Activate 011 button. Graphic show level 1. Graphic show level
And
6.
thank you for the bits, David.
Send bar. Who is button?
Thank you very much for those. I appreciate. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that appreciates every single teeny tiny little fraction of support that I receive. 1 bit is just fine. If you watched an ad and you have a bit and you throw it my way, I'll appreciate you. That's the way I am. All right, let's go to another bounty of death.
Is Skyrim good for the blind to know?
Oh man, I wish it was. I wish it was.
Is your bit larger?
Um,
Some more blind?
Skyrim is not good for the blind, sadly. Skyrim is, you know,
Like some sucky with that one did.
a vast open world, and thus not very good for a blind person to play. You know, I could try. I could play maybe the beginning of it. In fact, you know what? I actually did try once.
I feel like it holds more piss.
I don't think I streamed it, but I did try playing it once. And I got murderated by the dragon, the very first dragon that you see in Skyrim. So Skyrim not so good. Let's see. There's more questions. Let's see.
Send a message. Activate 0 link to your graphic graphic like some broken needles. Some more button. Is your bit larger? Who is button? Some more blind. Broken needles like some sucky with broken needles button. 2. Broken needles. A D D I D I N E A P P L E S T E I N.
Rabbi Niepelstein, the answer is no. I'm sorry, but that is not one of the benefits I provide. However, I'm sure there are other channels that may provide similar benefits to those you are currently seeking. Thank you for stopping by. No. Alright, so was I born blind? Technically, no. Technically, I was not. When I was born... When... Yeah, I've heard about her. I've heard about her. I've never looked into her channel, but I remember I think it was in DSP's chat where there's a big chat going on about ASMR. She came up, so yeah, that's a thing apparently. Anyway, technically no, I wasn't born blind. I was born with a type of cancer called retinoblastoma, which attacks the eyes first. So the doctors essentially had 2 choices: either remove my eyes or death. So my mother, being the kind soul that she was, or is, I should say, chose the removal of the eyes instead of death, and because of that, here I am today. So I was not technically born blind, but I lost my sight at 2 months old. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I would love that if I have prosthetic eyes. I have fake eyes. They're made of plastic essentially. But yes, well, you see, I was only 2 months of age and was fairly incapable of making such an important decision. So, you know. But yes, if Bethesda ever decided to listen up and support these things, I would happily, absolutely play Skyrim. I would love to play any game that Bethesda made. No, I don't get infections from it. I will say that the body is constantly rejecting a little bit, so I have to, you know... I'm sorry if it's TMI, but I have to clean them occasionally. But, no, there's no infections from it or anything like that.
165 alive left. Cheers.
Hey!
Some more blind.
Hold
Send a
up.
message. Send a message first. Button. Sergeant 200. Graphic Gear. Cadet 2 button. Graphic Gear 265. All left. Cheers. Cadet 2 button. Land. C. A. D.
Cadet Duke, thank you for the 265 bits. I love that the number's 265. I don't know why. It just that's a nice number.
Send message for all these personal questions.
Thank you. No, I don't mind at all, guys. Part of what I do,
Buzzer bird. Button. Buzzer bird.
part of what I do is educate people about blindness, not just games. But I have to
How much platform it has.
I have to be willing to teach people about blindness in general. I have to, because the thing is there's so many stereotypes people have about blindness, and if I'm going to prove to the world that blind gamers exist, if I'm going to prove to developers that blind gamers exist, if I'm going to prove to, if I'm going to be seen as a gamer like everyone else, then I have to get past the whole being seen as a blind guy with all these problems that people make up. I have to get through those stereotypes. So to do that, I need to be willing to educate about blindness as well as games. So I am. There you go. Boom. To answer your question, no, it doesn't hurt. And to answer that question, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I have.
Your voice is like audio.
But I'm going to leave it at
butter.
that. Tobias Alexander. Tobias Alexander with the truth or dare questions.
You're a genuinely inspirational man. Keep up the good work. Lol. Send a genuinely vote. Just button. Send a message edit. Link which prime match. Description optional edit. Send a message edit. Good button. Lol. Debate 01
There you go.
Graphic 3 month. You're a genuinely vote. Just button. Link which vote. Just button. N O T T H E G Y Y O U K S T E A N N E.
Okay. Not the guy you just banned. First of all, great usernames tonight. Second of all, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yes, aim for truth or dare. Roll.
Should I find some more tires?
Send a message.
These old
Debate 01 button. Yes, aim for truth or dare. Roll.
Yeah, save it for truth or dare. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Also, real quick, time to...
Other editing format. Link data page. As follows. Link data plan. T A I T Y T A I T E. Land.
Katie Page, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that very, very much, sir, ma'am.
Yes, aim for truth or dare. Debate 01.
I don't know why I said sir. My apologies. That's like obviously not.
Your
I mean,
voice is like
I could be
audio
wrong.
butter.
What do I know? We live in a new modern generation. If I am wrong, I apologize.
Screen left.
Thank you, ma'am, for the follow,
Link over the needle scene. Now. Editing level forever. Now. Link over the needle scene.
and thank you, Rabbi, for the follow as
One
well.
line dashboard. Send. We are only human. Debate 01 button. Link 01 graphic 3. Yes, aim for debate 01 yes, aim for debate link 01 graphic 3. So yes, listen for roll. Debate 0 link 01 graphic 3. You're genuinely vote. Just link which prime vote. Just link which vote ops. Debate 01 button. Vote ops. Debate 01 button. Link 01 graphic 3. Mouse. So yes, listen. Send 55 viewers. Debate 01 button. Link 01 graphic 3. We are only human.
55 viewers. Are you guys serious?
Debate 01 55 viewers.
Are you serious right now? This is a rec. No, I did not speak to you, Apple device.
So another question if you don't mind. We have real outside some of our classrooms. How long did it take them to memorize the class? Every time I mention it drops.
Every time you mention it drops. Okay, well it's fine, because regardless, this is a record-breaking night for me. Okay, well, record-breaking day. Regarding Braille, I started learning Braille when I was 3 years old. Braille, Braille, yeah, it did, yeah, it did. So I started learning Braille when I was 3 years old.
Rejoice, joy has returned.
And Braille took me about 5 years to learn in total.
All the best, but happy.
I'm very fluent in Braille, and in fact, back when I was in high school, I was one of the best Braille readers in my high school, which was the Minnesota State Academy for the Blind, a school that, get this, you live at during the week and then go home during the weekends. It was a very unique experience, but I'm honestly better off for it. It was good for me.
All the best, but happy. Cold joy button. Link is in your graphic moderator.
Welcome back, Joy!
Cold joy button. Link is in your graphic 3 month.
Look at the viewer count, Joy!
Graphic O. Volume sentence on the button. Graphic O. Volume sentence on the link which debate 01 link 01 debate quiz. Debate link 01 graphic 3 month. So you know where to go. Good button.
How do I know where to go?
This is a big moment for you, man. Bring it in, man. Reset number 6 button. This is a big moment for you, man. Bring it in, man.
How do I know where to go? The answer is, I really don't. You mean in the game, I assume. And the answer is I really don't. I can't look at the map. So what I do is I try to use the few movement tricks I can use. For instance, in this game, when I run into a wall, the footstep sounds stop. So that tells me, okay, well, I'm running into a wall. I should probably go a different direction, you know? So that's part of it. The other part of it is following the monsters. Because in this game, monsters don't respawn unless you reload the game. So as long as I follow the pathway of the monsters, generally I can find where I'm supposed to go. If I find more monsters, I know I'm in a new place. Now that does not mean I don't get lost. I do get lost, and there is wandering in this game. And those will be the boring parts. Those will be the parts where I'll apologize to you guys in chat because I'm wandering too much. But they're also the parts where I will try to involve you guys because my primary goal is definitely to demonstrate that I can do certain things in games, but also to demonstrate, believe it or not, I actually play games on stream that I can't really play all that well. And I do that because it's important to me to show other gamers and developers alike the struggles that blind people have playing video games, as well as the successes. Because how are we going to, how are they going to improve on their products and show, and make games more accessible if they don't know what the trouble is? Why can't we play games in the first place? So I actually make it a point to play games that I can't really play at all, and to show you like 10 minutes of me struggling at it, and explain why I struggle at it. But I also like interactivity with my stream. So when it comes to me getting lost in a place like this, here in Diablo, occasionally I'll be like, okay, well, guys, if you want to tell me which way I should go, and then some of my wonderful viewers have gotten very used to guiding me around. So there you go. That answers that question, I hope. Oh-la-di-da, oh-la-di-da. Okay, can't go that way for whatever reason. Hey, more monsters. Hey, guys. Howdy, Gynaroos.
Need more time.
Oh, is that a Nephilim orb? Or it was a shrine. Yay! Those make sound too, by the way. So yeah, it's probably going to look pretty boring to you guys sometimes, because I'm going to get stuck sometimes. And it might take me a little while to find out where I'm supposed to go and figure it all out. But eventually I'll get there.
Still waiting. Dare attack me?
Hey, tree! Ow. You know, it's probably once again time to refresh my buffs here.
Image, caps lock, center, graphic, applicable, caps lock off, imagine the renewal button, imagine the blue line button, the new button, so blue know what your station is. Blue button, auto, yes, select the graphic menu applicable. I just got the joke, I'm an idiot. Renewal button. Image 011, getting lost, laughing in lack of face audio, warning. Image 0 graphic 3 months, so yes, select the 23 auto, blue button. Graphic low, applicable, blue button, so yes, select the 23 auto, I'm laughing at this. Blue graphic low, notify adjustment, link twitch prime, notify adjustment button. Link twitch prime, random PlayStation, image 011 button. Image 011 random PlayStation, game days, dramatic ride. Image 0 link 011 graphic 3 months, but I would out for super, cold joy button, but I would out for super, time enable. Cold joy link is graphic 3 graphic moderator.
Yeah, Joy looks out for me a great deal, yeah, she does.
Change that. Renewal scene, I'm not your cold joy button, I'm not your vibe. Cold joy button is your graphic 3 months, graphic moderator, graphic applicable. Why would you say that? He carries himself like a man, I have a lot of respect for him. Renewal scene, graphic, I'm a silent cold joy button, I'm a silent friend. Cold joy button link is your graphic 3 months, subscriber, I'm a silent friend. Cold joy button link is graphic moderator, need monster, nice. Blue button, blue silent, so yes, graphic super, so yes, blue silent friends. This is meant to be offensive, but if I had a blind friend, I feel like fuck up and say see you later or something. So another, so yes, listen, 23 button. Graphic super, 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 link is your 2 bad, graphic 6 button. Yes,
Okay, I am going to address this.
Yes, go down, then left XT. Blue button, graphic, 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 graphic button, link is your 3 bad, graphic 3, graphic moderator is a big moment, graphic 6 is a big moment for you, man, man. Send them so another curious question. How do you pick out a book? Is there like a real bookstore or something? Or have you guys migrated to audiobooks? So yeah, just people, blue button, just people losing mindfuls. Blue button is essentially you, image 011 is essentially you, silent people. Image link 011 graphic 3 I woke up blind clicks, that doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Image link 011 graphic 3 graphic imagine the blue line scheme. Renewal scene, so blue button, blue dot. Renewal scene button, imagine the blue button, so blue know blue button, so blue know what your station is.
Okay,
Control R.
I'm going to address this stuff, okay? Let's talk about the words that people use, like, see you later, or I just saw this movie.
Live dashboard Twitch. Navigation region.
The blind community
Navigation region.
has
One live dashboard.
the desire, like anyone else, to integrate with the culture around them, okay? Which means that expressions like that, like see you later, or I just saw this movie, or have you seen this movie, we actually use those expressions too. I want all of you to not be worried about using expressions like, I'll see you later, man, or you know, things like that. Or, well, actually, I mean, don't be weirded out if I use that expression. I'll see you guys later. Or, you know, if you want to ask me if I've seen a movie, go ahead and ask me if I've seen a movie. I understand that I can't see. So do you guys. You know, it's just, it's a more of a cultural term. It's just a cultural phrase. We use those phrases to each other too. You know, I'll ask a blind friend of mine if he just watched that show, or you know, it's not as big a deal as a lot of people make it out to be. And this is one of the things that I want to do, is I want to establish people that a lot of the stereotypes that exist about blind people do not they're not real. We don't care. we want to be a part of society. We want to talk to our friends, just like anyone else, about the same things as anyone else.
Yeah, English grammar is never like that.
So, go ahead and do it. Have I seen this movie? Have I watched this TV show? Do it all, man. Do it all.
That's why it's so difficult for foreigners to learn.
It's all good. Yeah. English
English
is weird. English is weird. You're right. The question of convention of elements. That's a good question. I'm actually glad you asked that. That shows that you're a Diablo player and you understand how that works. Convention of elements. Guess what? I don't know. I don't know what rotation it's in. But it doesn't really matter that I don't know. With a build like this, it doesn't. Well, I mean, you could argue that it matters. Okay, fair enough. But I'm not trying to get on any leaderboard or anything like that. And with a build like this, I'm constantly dropping an element of some kind. So most of the time, I will hit that rotation with something. You know what I'm saying?
6 months subscribers up here for only how so many people.
Yeah. So I don't know what convention of elements is doing right now. I have no idea. But with this particular build, it's generally okay that I don't know. And since I'm not trying to impress, you know, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be on the leaderboards or anything. So as long as it's you know cool that I'm just having fun with it, I'm perfectly okay with not knowing. I do. I play the piano actually. Not great. I'm not one of those prodigies that you always, you know. Blind people in movies and TV they always have to be prodigies at something. I'm not a prodigy, and I'm okay with admitting that. I'm not a prodigy. I'm not Stevie Wonder. No. He can play the piano way better than me, but I can play the piano, okay? And I learned by taking piano lessons again, at a very early age. I took piano lessons because I wanted to learn to play the piano. And I have a good ear for it. I have a good ear for tune and for, you know, tone and things like that. So, you know, the first thing I did was my mom got me a little keyboard, a little play keyboard for Christmas when I was like 4. And the same day, I came out into the living room. I remember this, and played "Mary Had a Little Lamb" for her on the keyboard that I just got. And I guess I was personally shocked at the fact that I did it, and so was she. And the rest is history. You know, I just got piano lessons, and I learned to play the piano, and I'm not great, but I'm okay. I once, while I was in high school, again, since you live at the Academy for the Blind, since you live there for the week and then go home on the weekends, we had a little a scout troop for the little kids there. So I was in high school there, but we had like a bunch of 8, 9, 10-year-olds in the little scout troop there. And while I was in high school, I believe all 3 years, maybe just the last 2 years, but I actually played piano for them on a weekly basis to entertain them. So there you go. Fairlease I probably could pull off. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I have my doubts. But yeah, you know, I've got the skill to be kind of a basic entertainer at piano. I'm more of a voice guy. I'm more of a comedy guy. I was told, you know, and a speech guy. I was told once by one of the people that I did a speech in front of.
Your voice is like audio.
That I need to do stand-up comedy as well. Because I'm a good storyteller, apparently, according to them. I won't take credit. Apparently I'm a good storyteller. And that is very valuable in comedy. So, you know, it's not, I will say it's a thought that I've had before. But, Roy Kingtree, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, well, that's a different guy. One of the people from Sherlock, for your reference, one of the people from the Game Accessibility Conference told me that.
Is the text just as fast as it sounds?
Sent me. Yeah, it is as fast as it sounds. Yes, I can understand it at that speed.
Lol, I was told once follower interruption, your voice is like audio butter.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, you're right. That is how that is how it happened, isn't it? I was told that though, and that's why it's my follower sound effect.
Verify, thanks so much for sharing out the stream, folks. If you like Super Flame content, please
So yeah, after I spoke at the Game Accessibility Conference, I got direct messaged on Twitter by this person, and was saying, you know,
Wow.
I don't live in Columbus, Ohio, but you have a local place called the Funny Bone, and you should totally go there and, do stand-up comedy. It's like, what? Where is this coming from? It was great. It was a good feeling, though. It was a good feeling.
Can you play while talking to listening to chat? Wondering if it sounds like a confusing neural mapping. Send, can you play while talking to the button?
I struggle. I struggle to
No,
play.
stuff. I hope I have you around me in bird box.
I struggle to play and talk at the same time. I will admit, because when I'm playing, I try to talk as much as I can, because I know that I'm streaming. I know that I need to say things. But I will usually not talk for a little while and then pipe up and say something, because I am trying to focus on the sound effects of the game and concentrate on those. That's why I tend not to play, especially if I'm going to answer a question. I will stop for a while. But in my experience, people don't seem to mind it. I guess what I have to say is typically interesting enough that people want to listen to it. So, this is why I'm going to be doing a chat show. I don't know what that is. It's kind of like an arcane artifact that's left behind, I guess. Die, goat guys! Die! Oh, here comes a tree!
100.
It's alive! Alive!
10% best 100. Graphic camera, activate 011 button. Graphic camera 100 clickable.
Hey, thank you, David, for the 100 bits. Thank you very, very much for the 100 bits. 1,000 times appreciated. Again, I appreciate every single little tiny smidgen of support that I get, so thank you very much for that, David. I will say it again. Say it again. Okay.
I rolled a bomb, it didn't splash.
It didn't splash. Oh no. So apparently the way that tip cup works is the physics engine of that tip cup, if that's what you want to call it, applies weight to the bits. So it's the what you have to do to make it explode is you have to have it full, and then someone's got to do a really big cheer. Not that I'm not trying to shill here. I'm really not. I'm just explaining. If you fill the tip cup and then someone does a giant cheer or a giant tip, that's what makes it explode. If it's not full, it might splash out.
You just have to thumb the arrow, make a sound. In that direction. Directory shares on DSP, and 11 scene, 11 I think all of my rats, glad to have you in DSP chat. 70.
Hey, I'm glad to be there. I'm glad to
Maybe you're more
support.
than 100%
I'm glad to support where I can. I think I know what this one is. Okay, I believe.
Do you have any bets?
Uno momento. Yep, I was right. Check it out. Now you may be asking yourself, how the crap did I know to do that? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and explain this real quick. So, I recognized the sound effect when I was fighting those monsters back there. There was a sound effect that means that monsters are being summoned through that portal I just closed. Those portals, once you kill all the monsters, have, once again, an ambient sound effect. So I can kind of track that in the surround sound field, find it, and press X to close it. So this bounty, even though it might not appear doable by the blind, is actually doable. There are other bounties, though, that are not, which I really, really, really hate. I hate it when those come up, because they're a real pain. A real pain. And I have to ask for help with those all the time. Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I have I have 2 cats, which are in the same room as me right now. And we also have a dog that I really love. She's a Border Collie Springer Spaniel mix. And she's amazing. And, and we also have Chihuahuas, but we don't like to... I refer to them as my mother-in-law's
There's another
dogs,
right.
not mine.
Send them, there's another power 50 seconds to the right.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's go that way.
Well, I was hoping for a goldfish, but that is cool too.
I actually used to have a goldfish a long time ago when I was a very young child. Oh. Oh. Oh, there it is. Boop. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of what I'm talking about. This is what I build my community around.
But since you have cats, it's best you don't
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, since we have cats, it's best we don't have goldfish. Yeah, you're right. This is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing I build my community around. People that understand what I'm doing, that appreciate what I'm doing. They don't have to be all the way on board with it, but enough that they're willing to say, okay, I get what he can do in this game, and I get what he can't do in this game, and let's help him out a little bit. Now that time, so apparently that time what happened was because clearly I'd already killed the monsters at that portal, so I must have missed the summoning sound. Because I did not realize that portal was there until you mentioned it. But yeah, I'm human. I'll still miss things.
What is 20 seconds? I think I saw one.
Okay.
What is the came from a blind perspective? Also, is not accessible for the micro well. Maybe 30 now.
Sorry, the delay.
Thanks for answering all my questions too. I can answer this one.
Oh,
Talk
wow.
about it.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
They can see me now.
You're more than human man. This is amazing. At the very least, it emphasizes the sense of sound.
Hey.
Oh no, it was like a save point. Talk to me. But you walk towards one more. Ow.
Okay. Are you done? You're done.
When you hit walls, both became defeats.
You're not done. Okay, fine. And here we go. So thanks to you guys in chat. I mean, maybe eventually I would have found them, but thanks to you guys in chat, I've now closed 3 out of 5 portals.
That's a lot of different reasons. The wall bumps are button. A lot of different reasons. The wall bump sounds. The top-down view. Each pocket and attack has their own sounds. The audio is great. Also finding it hard, and each sound has specific music. Reminds me of the SK days. That must be a pain in the ass. Send them reminds me of the listen for 23 button.
Yeah, so yeah, the Pokemon games. Yeah, Sturlock has Sturlock. By the way, guys, Sturlock is another blind gamer like myself. Sturlock has played them, and has basically told me they're accessible. I personally have. I will admit it. I've never actually played one, but Sturlock has.
I hate the ice
Oh, move!
Just
Gotta
still
move!
waiting.
Okay, I move.
Jesus, EPF is like the blind version of Nami.
Okay, there should be Death Breath around here somewhere, because those were elites.
I love the ice puzzles. Nami, Sun and Moon are pretty pretty, but still movable. I have a bad feeling the wall bumps are gone from Sword and Shield though. Yeah, me too. Since they were not present, then let's go. That's southeast.
There it is. Yeah. So again, only item that makes a sound. There it is. Thank you.
Your voice is like audio, but
Go Warriors, come out to play, yay! I kicked the body. It's a running joke. Me and my fiance always just say that when we do that.
You have like the before the dead wood.
It's very interesting how your character is saving the world but has very little respect for the dead at the same time.
Send the message last like the before the dead wood. Also, you gotta follow D. Activate 011.
I did, you're right. My bad.
Link, other edit 1M. Link 0 new. Land T U R E O underline N I K K U land.
Purio Niku.
1 live dashboard switch to Firefox.
Thank you for the follow very much. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope you stick around. I hope you come back for more streams like this. Because there will be many. And I hope you check out my website, brandoncole.net, where you can find my blog / media page if you want to see the cool things I've written about and or done in the media.
Questions. Are there any literary concepts or words you don't understand the consequences of not having a reference?
Also, I literally just heard a legendary drop, and I'm probably going to miss it. Even though I heard it drop, I kind of missed the vague location of where it was. So typically when a legendary drops, I can go pick it up pretty easily because I pay attention to where it is in the surround sound field. But I was I was talking at the same time. And as a result, I missed it.
Send the mess up. Image 011 button. Geographic. This might be a waiting button. This might be a dumb question. Are there any literary concepts or words you don't understand the consequences of not having a visual reference?
Literary concepts or words. Well, if you want to talk about concepts, the easiest one is color. I have no concept of color whatsoever. You can tell me something is red, and I might remember that it's red. I might. But it's just a word to me. It doesn't apply to anything, and I have no association. And the thing is, before you get started, don't try to describe color, because it's not going to work. You can't... It is a concept you cannot possibly convey.
Another question for you, Mr. Both. What is one game that was sold to a blind person they couldn't play, but they didn't succeed?
Metal Gear Solid.
Running
One.
legendary.
Metal Gear Solid 1 was one example for me.
Send the running for legendary 011 button.
That was 4, and yet no legendary appears to be in range of the X button.
Another 4.
There it is. Yay!
Whoa.
Thank you for your assistance. For helping me out today, I present you with meteors! I'm sorry, meteors are all I have to give. Forgive me.
Well, I actually told Brandon Diablo 3 was playable, and he didn't believe me until this all people figured it out.
Yeah, that's true. Diablo 3 is actually... Diablo 3 actually applies as an example of a game that we thought was not playable. Or at least I thought it wasn't playable.
I feel like that was the important thing. Send, I feel like that was the important thing. Image 011 button. Link geographic T equals the image 011 T equals the item. Image 011.
Oh. Okay.
See a blind person being an MDS on the artist difficulty, I will be amazed.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It was not yet my time.
Well, that was a masterclass on how to die.
When you pick up the gold stuff, the game multiple items.
I hope that you all enjoyed that. The obvious
Oh, dead.
masterclass on death. I did that totally on purpose. I meant to die, just to show you how totally cool dying was.
Also, sometimes we find games accidentally, like Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yeah, a lot of what we do as blind gamers is just mess with stuff. Like, because, you know, when most games are not designed for us to play them, you never know. You know, you just never know. So a lot of times we just mess with games, and maybe we can play them.
Yeah, so we're like, when we
Maybe we'll figure out workarounds for this stuff. Maybe we won't. But maybe we will, you know? Ninja Gaiden 3 is one example of that, where it was basically discovered that it's basically entirely... well, no, not basically. It is entirely playable with a few workarounds.
I'm waiting to find the gem they can play.
Need more time.
But part of what I do as an accessibility consultant is I come up with ways that games we can't play could be made playable. Because I have to be able to you know, describe things like that to people. When I'm talking to a game developer, I need to be able to say, you know, if we were to make this game accessible, this is how we would do
I hope
it.
there's a Borderlands Flash LP for shooters are rare info.
Shooters are very rare, yeah. A lot of shooters are not accessible
If
to
you have
us.
a useful experience, it'd be cool to see you play Mother 3. Thanks so much for checking out this stream, folks. If you like Super Blind Nerd content, please follow them on Twitter, http://twitter.com/superblindnerd,
Mother 3 has musical puzzles, huh? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm hearing that too. Gears 4 is doable, apparently, yeah. One of these days I really need to download that on Game Pass and just try it. Oh, really? Oh, that is awesome. I could totally do that. I could totally do that. So yeah, apparently Gears 4 is accessible now with co-op, and Gears 4 is kind of an exception to the rule of rarity here, because Gears 4 actually added at least one feature for the blind, which does not happen very often, but Gears 4 is one example where it did happen. I don't know enough about Gears 4 personally to describe to you what it is, but apparently something that did not have an audio cue before, some item or something, now has an audio cue. I don't know. But they added it for the blind is the important point here. Some developers are listening to us.
Still waiting.
That's a legendary. I got it. I got the legendary. Making them waves? Yeah. Yeah, he is. But he's not the only one. You know, I'm making them waves too. It's just some of the stuff that I've done, yeah, I can't tell you about yet. Hashtag non-disclosure agreements. But you guys will find out. When I can tell the world, I will tell you guys. Also, I'm one of those weirdos who thinks maybe I shouldn't even mention this, but I'm going to mention it one more time anyway, because I got a lot of new people here, and I'm going to mention it.
Well,
there's a thing that I don't take a lot of credit for, that you could argue is my doing, but I wasn't directly responsible, so I don't like to take credit for it. So there are accessibility features now for the blind in Madden 18 and 19. Now, I met the accessibility lead for EA when I was at the Game Accessibility Conference. And I am the one who told her where to go to find a group of blind people. I gave her the forum that she could go to find a group of blind people that she could ask for feedback about accessibility and things that they could do to improve Madden's accessibility features.
I see those features.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one that told the accessibility lead about that forum, and then she went to that forum and found people who gave her a bunch of feedback, and now those features are in the game. So indirectly, it could be argued that I'm responsible for that. But since I wasn't directly consulting on that game, on those games, I don't often like to take credit for that. Silly trees, always attacking people. I never did like trees. You know, anytime. I swear.
You like to dance?
Do I like to dance? No, I don't like to dance. I'm a terrible dancer. I am an awful dancer. I have terrible experiences in my history
Also, I was blown away when I learned the Resident Evil game was playable.
regarding dancing. Dancing.
Said also, I button. Also, I was blown away when I learned the Resident Evil game was playable. I love to dance.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Said I love cold joy button. I love to dance.
There is nothing wrong with some dancing. I know Joy loves to
I love
dance,
to broken physics.
and that's great. But I am
Dancing will come back next week.
I am awful. Oh, next week, sweet. Hey, look, an item I don't
Yeah.
want. Let's not worry about it all that much. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, granted, I've never played the games. I absolutely love them.
I have never played them. They have been recommended to me on multiple occasions, and I have never once played one of them. I know they're playable, but I never played them.
Get Mega Mix on 3DS.
Mega Mix! Oh. For some reason I was thinking of Mega Man in Smash.
I wonder if the map shows the pillars.
I never imagined.
I genuinely don't know. However, I will happily bring up the map for you, so you can take a gander and see if it does. I don't think it does unless you're close enough to them, but I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong.
This is strange. The enemy is on top of the ledge.
That's alright. He did now.
But your meters aren't working.
Meteor! Meteor!
No, 10 ATM.
Okay, it does not. Okay, cool, cool. Cool, cool. Ah! Ouch!
So, does your wife cook or do you guys supposed to eat out? Hell, you cook and be awesome.
Actually, right now, a lot of the cooking is done by our mother-in-law. Well, my mother-in-law.
Limit 011 button. Link your graphic cooking with Sylvia Elixir 20 cooking with Super Blind. So yes, so does your wife Elixir 33 button.
No cooking with Super Blind Man. No. I do know how to make a few very basic things, but I will admit that I'm no cook. I can make pizza. Okay, I can make frozen pizza and macaroni and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches, and then I'm pretty much done. I'll be honest with you guys. Okay, no, I can't make stuff. I'm not a maker. My fiance can make stuff. She's actually a very good cook.
I should totally teach you how to cook when I come down there. Search the black button. Send the message, send the I should button.
Yeah, so my teachers of how to cook were the people at the Academy for the Blind who were basically like, we'll show you some stuff, and we'll call it good, and we're happy with that. It was pretty basic. So I would not object to that. Oh, okay, my bad. The delay is going to totally ruin that, but I'll try it anyway. Aha. Wait a minute, I heard Monstars. Well, I did hear them. There we are. When in doubt, teleport!
Still waiting.
That's right, kids. When in doubt, teleport.
Not ready yet.
Eh. Don't shoot arrows at me! I'll be having a word with your boss! You know, Diablo. I'll just, kill him. I'll just literally kill him. He will literally die. Let me check chat, which has gone mysteriously quiet. Oh, okay. Yep. So that happens sometimes. Hey, it is all good. Tobias Alexander, it is all good. Yes, I acknowledge that I'm not much of a cook. It's fine, it's fine. I fully accept you guys. Sit down for this one, baby. You don't know what you're in for, baby. It's time for my grilled cheese sandwich all up in your face. My grilled cheese sandwich all up in your face, son. I have refreshed chat. So there's a thing? A thing? Woo, a thing! I like things. Let's go find the thing. Oh, okay. Let me go back down. Now I can go east. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Well, now. That's the complete opposite direction. Let's go that way. Me here, monster. Me break monster.
I think it will be 20 south.
All right. Aha! Aha! Aha!
Yes.
And... done! Well, not done yet. There's one left. There's one left! Can we find it? I have no idea.
1, 2, 3.
This leader 3.
Hey, welcome to the Discord server!
One live dashboard with one live dash. Stream left. Stream ops.
Who has joined the Discord? Let's go ahead and unmute myself.
Dialog button. Unmute control announcement general promote general AFK unable for unmute button. Button. Unmute button. Space mute button.
Welcome to the Super Blind Man Discord server!
Button. User settings button. Unable 1 button. Unable 2 button.
Mute one of them. Mute one of them.
Unable 3 button. Search button.
Yes, mute one of them.
Unable 6 button.
Do not mute all of them.
General
Just
button.
one of
Unable
them.
control announcement general promote myself general button. AFK button. Unable 4 button. Mute button. Seven button. Unmute super proposal heading level 2 super level 2 heading level 2 yeah attack heading level 2 super heading level 2 chat button. Unable control announcement general promote general button. AFK unable 4 mute button. Seven button. User settings button. Unable 2. Ops 23.0.
So you are now part of the stream. Welcome.
That is. What phrase? A side effect, yes.
Side effect. Yep, I typically like to, include people in the stream if they want to be a part of it. So, there you go.
The pillar does show up on the mini map, but not in the full map.
Oh,
So that
okay.
can be helpful.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, either way, it's not very helpful to me unless someone points it out. So, it's all good.
Fair.
La-di-da.
Luckily, the bit cup is semi-transparent, so I can still see the mini map.
Yeah. Yeah, that is why we
Where's
typically...
that, like lantern. Oh,
General
there's
Discord.
one close.
Oh, is there?
Ops one live dashboard. One live dashboard. One search edit. Enter a title edit. Super blank one search edit. Yes, search edit. Description optional.
Hang on, I'm
Center
checking
edit.
chat
Center
real
graphic super
quick.
33 triangle graphic super graphic cold void button. Cold void button. Cold void dimage 0 1 yes. Dimage FMP. Dimage west not east.
Oh.
Center graphic super 33.
Okay. Nothing in chat. Okay.
Southeast now.
Okay, where'd you say that was?
Southeast now.
Southeast, okay. Whee!
Ah, that's right. Still video delay. I
Uh-huh.
say east again. God damn it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. It should be straight west, maybe 30 seconds.
Alright. We'll find out.
I'll watch the mini map.
There was a shrine. That's helpful.
Okay, it's north. Well, there's a video delay, but
Yeah, there is. Yay, Twitch!
probably 8 seconds.
It was actually closer to 10, but I still don't hear it, so I figured I'd just take a couple extra steps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you stop for a second, so go for sure east for like 5, 6.
Okay?
Oh, 6 more. There's a rock pile nearby. I don't know why that's an item.
It's probably just something you can click on and check for treasure.
Assuming you went 6 for a little bit, it should be north. 15. It's on the map now. I start getting north and south wrong, then I have real issues.
We shall see.
Okay, cave is very close. Well, here too far, it looks like. Aw. You walked maybe 7 too far north.
Okay. Well, for what it's worth, I still don't hear it.
I'm not sure if it's like in a different area, because it's like shining in a cave. I can't actually see the pillar itself. South. Well, hang on, you're still moving. Okay, I think south 3. And then east. This might be like a new location you have to get into.
That is certainly a new location, but I don't think I'm supposed to be here, because usually if you're supposed to be there as part of a bounty, you'll get the quest update notification that says, hey, you're supposed to be here, kill things in here. But usually with this bounty, in my experience anyway, with this bounty, they're all on that main map outside.
Okay. Maybe it's just kind of the same color. How many do you have left? Just one?
Yep, just one left.
Okay, I saw something northeast of this cave. Northwest of this cave.
Alright, well, assuming I can get out of this cave.
The exit was...
Didn't see that coming, did you?
I'm sorry, Goatman, I didn't come to kill you. There it is. Whee! Wait, northwest, you said.
You must have been super.
Yeah,
I am not much of a drinker. No, I am not.
I guess 20 seconds. Nothing. Nothing more.
In fact, I can honestly say, with honesty, that I've never once been drunk. Not once.
Oh, it's not here. Okay. I have no idea.
Inside, double lettuce.
I never have tried the devil's lettuce, and I feel like I don't want to. That sounds like an all bad idea.
Just neat.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that expression. I honestly
There you go.
haven't. Thou hast found it?
Oh no, maybe that's different. I think it's another new area thing.
Oh.
I'm starting to get used to the symbol.
Yeah. No, okay. So now knowing what it is, I actually still can say I haven't tried it. No. I was unfamiliar with that term for it, though. I've learned something new today. Yay. Teleport. When in doubt,
That's good stuff then.
teleport.
Need more time.
La-di-da. Dee-da-dee-da. And teleport.
Hey, it's that rock pile again.
What up, Rock Pile? I fancy meeting you here, Rock Pile.
Still waiting.
Now I have a continuous question, so I can't get along with this. A sighted people see my dreams, and I'm going to assume that it's on the outside. 2 blind people see my dream more.
Pillar in that northeast fort.
So, that question has two answers.
Graphical voice and send them sight. Now I have a pixel yes elixir. Wow,
That question has two answers, Tobias. The first answer is, typically if a person is blind from birth, even though even though I'm not technically blind from birth, I don't remember it because I only had 2 months of sight. But typically, in those cases, they don't see in their dreams. However, I understand the people that have had sight and lived with sight for a long time and then lose it. They do. So, yeah. 2 answers.
When color TVs came out, the rate of seeing color in dreams 20 to 60%.
Oh, that's
right.
interesting. Yeah.
No dreams for you, man.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I have dreams. I just don't see in them. I have all my other senses in dreams, and they're typically
You can
very.
teleport through this fence
They're-
northeast.
Oh, northeast.
Is it okay? Everyone else is different for you guys.
My dreams are typically very vivid, and I just have all my other senses instead of sight. Well, you know, I can. Hey, there's a loot demon. Well, a treasure goblin. Sorry.
You'll want to go southeast next, and then it looks like north.
I know you might not remember, or maybe you do, but can you explain a blind dream to me?
Switch is gonna have VR.
Yeah, actually, I can. I remember a dream from when I was a really little kid. When I was like in 4th or 5th grade.
All right, my panels are updated. I did my best to make sure I got the room, let me know if I overcompensated.
Okay.
You're back in the day. Let's see. Teleport east when you can.
After the show's over, obviously.
Yeah, I will check, Joy. I will check. So I remember a dream from when I was a little kid, where I was in my school, and the sounds and smells of my school were there, my elementary school, and I could, hear kids that I knew talking. I could hear kids I knew walking around, but what made the dream super fun is that everything I did had video game sound effects associated with them. Every single thing I did.
Recall a 10-second delay that you can teleport northeast again. Well, maybe not anymore.
I really want that treasure goblin. And it sounds like he's on my left, and I'm like, where? Where are you?
Oh, that's why you keep going left. Okay.
Yes, because I really want that treasure goblin. I got... Oh, well. I'll miss you, treasure goblin. I won't forget you!
You're walking again.
Wait, what?
This route is like a snake winding path that goes northeast a few times. Okay, now you're in that second bend. You'll be going straight north. Well, follow the wall, but go north.
Aha! More foes to defeat!
Cool. Hopefully it's in the northern side. Been there, I guess, because the map is loading as we go.
Foes? Where'd you go, foes? Oh, teleport didn't work that time.
It looks like you're in a big field again, so you can walk around the border. There's no video, but Nintendo Switch is gonna have VR stuff for the lab. Okay, comes out. I would assume.
When what game comes out?
Nintendo has announced VR for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Labo.
Okay.
If that has head tracking, that could be interesting.
I found my treasure goblin!
Not ready yet.
I think I killed him. Pretty sure I heard him die. But he didn't drop anything, like, he didn't drop any legendaries or anything. How rude. I expected better, treasure goblin.
They can't fall off the map, can they?
No, they can teleport away, but they usually don't do that for
Okay.
several moments. The game gives you ample opportunity to destroy them if you have the ability to do so. It's another tree!
I think there's a boss bar on the top left, or is that your assist enchantress?
It might be her, yeah. It might be her life bar or something.
Okay.
I know not where the bars are placed, but that sounds right.
I mentioned because the tribute thing is no longer on the screen. Like the 4 out of 5.
Need more time.
I wonder if you're too far north to where those tribute things are.
I found another pylon. Yay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna call it a lantern.
Haha. It's a power pylon. Well, there's several different types of those things. They give you different stat effects.
Oh, okay. Pillow of rocks in this time. Big treasure. Stop walking.
Big treasure.
Well, it was
Not any old treasure, a
near
big
that
treasure.
tree. West 5.
Well, West 5 was a dead body, so if that was a big treasure, I sure found it.
This is definitely like a steampunk looking chest.
Cool.
West 3. There you go. Hope you went past it just a hair.
Apparently, I'm not in exactly the right spot to open it. You have to be exactly in the
It's
right
on
place.
the north wall. I think you gotta go a little east again. hard to tell with the delay.
Oh, it's a cursed chest.
This can't be opened yet.
There we go. Woohoo! Problem dealt with. I showed that chest to his boss.
So I'm trying to find the last.
Just wait for 1 more hours on the ready.
Just
I guess you have to go back through that snake route to get to the
Send a
tribute.
message. Graphic key clickable. Graphic click. Just play for 1 full joy button. Link this in your screen. Graphic 3 months. Graphic moderator. Graphic super. Graphic super. Graphic super. Graphic super. Red number 6 button.
just play for 1 more hour so I can raid
Link this in your
Joy.
graphic 3 months. Graphic super. Graphic super. Graphic super. Click 10:36 p.m. Cold button.
But
Link this in your screen. Cold button.
Joy... Oh, Joy!
If you can teleport southwest 3 times, you should be back in the old area.
Okay. I cannot. Something appears to be blocking my teleportation powers. I don't know. I have no problem with this, but
Send graphic rocket 38. Graphic red number 6 button. Link this in your red like on the thing. Send a message edit. I believe you.
I have no problem with this, Joy. The problem is, I don't like to go too much longer, unless Misty says I can go longer. I do that because she typically is tired around this time and wants to, you know, get up here and like sleep. So it's kind of up to her. I kind of that's why I typically don't go longer unless she's okay with it.
Oh, no, line up.
Found it back on the screen, so this is the right area.
Yay!
Search the live channel radio. Send a message. Send oh, no, line up. Cold joy button.
Where the hell is
I'm all polite and stuff. Yeah, sorry, Joy. Sorry, I'm so polite.
You've got one more southwest teleport to get past the snake stuff.
I will accept that.
Brandon?
Yes.
Popcorn.
Oh, we have. Can we get some popcorn power in the chat? Oh wait, we can't. I need more tier. Okay, this is not. What I'm about to say is not shilling in any way, shape, or form. But man, I need more tier 2 subs.
Yes, I can do.
I need more tier 2 subs so we can have some popcorn power in the chat. I have to do my own popcorn power. Alright, fine. I'll do my own popcorn. Copy that, and we'll go like this, and we're done. There we go. Popcorn. Popcorn power! All up in the chat! Ah, the power of popcorn.
And you're out of this.
Yay!
Harnya's lost wagon, it said. thing you passed by.
Cool.
No, I think it's a cave. Darn it.
What now?
Outside it. I thought I saw the shrine or the
Oh.
tribute, but it's that cave again.
Stupid cave.
Pretty much covered the east side. Or sorry, the west side.
What's hard? Sorry. Well, hello. Hello, monster people.
There's something going southwest. You've got a golden arrow that way.
Ah. The golden arrow of doom.
Probably mostly south now, based on the video.
How about now?
Should still, well. Oh, wait a second.
Your voice is like audio butter.
We have yet another new follower.
General Discord. Ops 23.0.164. General Discord.
Southeast, maybe.
One live dash. General Discord. Streamlabs. Stream labels. V0.0. Link. Other heading level 4. Now. Link OBS Elixir 23. As follows.
Hey, thank you, Tobias Alexander, for the follow. Very, very much appreciated.
Ops 23. One live dash.
Very, very much. I hope that I've done done well in answering your questions, and feel free to ask more if you have.
You can come back without questions. Full volume is graphic graphic next watching is remind when you more questions as yours. OBS Elixir 23 next watching full volume graphic full volume but record so I'll invoke your record also mine. Record link is graphic full volume clickable. Control R. One light. Switch.
Rocket, how does it? He says, how does it feel to break my record and also his record? I don't know what to say about that, my friend. All I'm gonna say is, I'm happy. Today is a good day, and I'm good with that. Like, I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to show off. I'm just I'm happy. I'm happy this happened. I'm happy that people are coming in. I'm happy they have questions. I'm happy that all this is happening. I feel like maybe. I feel like maybe, just maybe, I'm finally blowing up. Like, it might finally be happening.
That's it. Southeast.
Yep, there it is. There it is! We have portal contact! Now, where was I? And the bounty has been completed.
PM.
We have 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and try.
Search edit. Search more tab. Right at the bottom. Search edit. Go right at the enter super blank. Search edit. Diablo. Search edit. Description option. Send a message. Send a boom. Full volume button.
Yeah, thank you, Joy, for the boom. The boom! We will go ahead and try another bounty here. But I don't think we'll complete another one. Unless we're very, very lucky. What did you want to see?
Verify. Thanks so much for checking out the stream, folks. If you like super blank content, please follow them on Twitter.
Rawak, Grimlow, Kill Queen Arenane.
Arenye, yeah.
Those are the 3 I see.
She's a boss. She's a spider woman.
Or
She's a big old spider woman. Oh, that's one of the bounties I've been to already.
Spider Woman.
Weird. And Hadoken.
Do you have a preference?
Nope.
Okay.
Because the thing is, no matter what, we probably wouldn't complete it anyway in time. I'm just having fun at this point, because Arenye is, you know, it's technically an easy bounty for a blind person because it's a boss, but on the other hand, her spider caves that she lives in are one of the most complex maps in the game, so...
Eternal War. Inspect the Nephilim Monument. End the war.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
I know, Rocket, I know you do. All I'm saying is, I am not going to brag about it because I don't feel the need to brag about it. I'm just happy about it, and that is like, that's all. And that happiness is unrelated to breaking anyone's record or anything like that. That's not the point, you know.
Oh, mostly south. There's an arrow.
Mostly south? Okay. Hadoken!
Like I'm reading. Hadouken.
I know, it's like the cash fireball. It's like, this is how Ryu cooks his food at a barbecue. Ryu, could you just start the grill up? Yeah, sure. Hadoken. Oh, wait a minute.
Storm from Fantastic
I hear-
Four heating
Death breath.
tinfoil popcorn bag.
There it is. Same here, man. Same here.
If only they could see me now.
How's that golden arrow of death?
Let's see. It's hidden behind the cup. I think it's totally south now.
Okay. The golden arrow of death. Where there are monsters, I must kill.
Oh, audio description. This is like a dead-looking forest. It's very foggy.
That sounds like
Few
a
stone pillars and stone roadways.
These woods are ominous and old, even older than my time.
It's part of the ICL raid.
Okay,
Hey.
now it's the arrow changed.
cool.
Northeast.
I tell that to everyone.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah, I hear you, Joy, and I've been trying to do that lately. Because as my followership grows and my viewership grows, my raids are going to be more impactful to other people. I understand that.
Cross-pollination is super important.
Ha! I like that term. Cross-pollination. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cross-pollination.
Mostly east now.
Mostly east.
Sometimes I do not because I only have one person. Your raids don't just help the person you raid. They help you.
That sounds monstery.
You know what?
Said north.
Mm-hmm.
North. I'm stuck. There. North.
Narf.
North. I'm going north. Have I gone too far?
You're super close.
When you raid another channel, it gives you visibility even if there's only groups of people who might not have seen your name before.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I am definitely not arguing the point. You are correct.
So there's a couple entrances into this little marsh that's on your map. I think if you go south 6, east 5, you'll get in. Isn't that just the Aw, pillar.
Well, hopefully I got in.
You had a pillar. See, on the other side of this marsh ring, south 8, west 4. Oh, that's far away. Keep going.
Sorry, there were monsters. I had to murderate them.
See that coming, did you?
Hold on. Okay, sorry, what? I was murdering monsters! Ah! What's up?
You have an arrow pointing straight west.
West,
Right.
okay.
Imagine.
Go west, young wizard.
It's like getting through a door frame. Resident Evil.
Right. Right. That's it.
Down 5. Down 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, west 6
This is a curious moment.
Ah,
or 10.
cool. He actually remarked on it. That's actually really rare, even in this game. Not all side quests have that feature where your character remarks on something. It's cool. So that way, as long as we knew what the bounty was, we probably would eventually find this place because he would remark on it. So there you go.
Get the north of here to lake, I guess.
Isn't there a thing I'm supposed to like, examine or something?
Yeah, northeast 1.
Oh. I probably already screwed that up. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Okay.
We're cut off. They'll be upon us at
Yeah, we've
any
got like
moment.
5-second delay now, so.
Stand firm, brothers, and they will sing of our valor through the ages. The enemy is here. For
1 minute
glory!
rose from the floor.
Kill stuff. Got it.
End the eternal war on the nature and spirit.
Yeah. This is how we do it. We go, yeah.
Defeat the enemies up to. If it wasn't clear enough.
This battle felt odd.
Woohoo!
Happened before.
So I guess the idea was we just relived an old battle, except we just, beat it in 20 seconds. Because, my character's sort of amazing.
Like the first war.
Yeah, just like the first war.
Send the right.
It was actually just a 20-second war. It's actually, there's a book called
Eternal war.
the Eternal 20 Seconds. There's a book called the 20-Second War.
Sarcastic.
There's a book called The 22nd War. It's 10,000 pages long.
Very R.R. Tolkien style writing.
10:55 p.m.
All right, folks. Well, it is 10:55, and we just completed the third bounty. I'm not going to complete them all tonight. We just don't have time. So, yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I would like to once again, I can't even believe it, thank the tons and tons and tons of people who showed up tonight. The tons and tons and tons and tons of people that followed. The people that gave some bits. I mean, good lord. Today in general, not just tonight. First stream 2 has been incredible. First stream broke records. You know, my personal records. I don't know what the stats for this stream are, but I'm looking forward to looking at them, because this stream did pretty well too, so...
Okay, now seeing later, I can prepare for DMC5.
Oh yeah, you're doing DMC5 tonight, oh sweet.
What the first stream max? Image 011 button.
The first stream peak was 182. Yeah. For me personally, that is a record. I have never had numbers like that
How's
before.
DMC accessibility?
DMC accessibility is to be determined, but I will say probably not very high.
Image 011
Keep in mind, though, that Rocket Gamer is not totally blind. He is visually impaired. He's legally blind. But he has enough sight to play most games.
Image 011 button.
But yeah, this has been a great night. A fantastic record-setting day for me. Thanks to everyone who stopped in, answered, asked questions. I hope I did a good job of answering them. I hope I did, a passable job of selling myself. As far as, the things that I do. And I'm going to go ahead and look for a channel to raid. Joy, I'm sorry it's not you, but I would if I could, but I don't want to stay too long because politeness. Let's see what I can raid though. Let's see what I can do. What damage can I cause here? Let's find out.
Navigation region. Follow channel setting level 5 figure.
Come on, Joy, you can do it.
Visit link graphic image. Visit link image left figure. Link graphic figure end. Link graphic figure.
He doesn't need me
Link
either.
graphic figure end. Link switch presence. Always on. Always on. 7,000 figure. Visit link figure end. Visit link Dungeons and Dragons DR Rumo. Dungeons and Dragons 1000 figure. Link graphic 5 figure end. Link by DS game. Double A5 1000 figure. Visit link figure end. Visit link Arches Hill. Street Fighter 300 figure. Link graphic Mr. figure end. Mr. Smooth. Red Bull 96 figure. Link graphic Game Falcon figure end. Link Game Falcon Red Bull 22 figure. Link graphic figure end. Link Henry. Fallout 4 13 figure. Link graphic figure end. Link 1D600 3 Fortnite 11 figure. Link graphic figure end. Link Bruce 1908 Apex Legends 7 figure. Link graphic figure end. Link Comic Evans Fortnite 5 Show more button heading level flag Show more link 5 Fortnite Comic figure end. Link graphic figure.
Let's go ahead and raid.
Fortnite 1D figure end. Link graphic figure. Link 13 Fallout 4 figure end. Link graphic figure. Link 20 Red Bull Game Falcon figure end. Link graphic figure. Link 96 Red Bull Mr. Smooth figure end. Link Mr. Smooth Mag MISTERSTOOT
Yeah.
Mag.
This, we're gonna raid a guy. This is anime, crazy. We're gonna raid a guy that I recently found. He's got a good following already, but he's actually a really cool dude. Like he does some. He's entertaining and like he's quite funny, and he has a habit of occasionally bursting into song. So we're gonna raid this guy. He's called Mr. Scoot. I look forward to doing this all again tomorrow. Well, actually, oh yeah, real quick, before we go. Tomorrow, I have to push my first stream back by an hour. I don't like doing it, but I have to do it because I have an interview tomorrow with a person that is writing an article for Kotaku. So, yeah. Kind of important. Kind of got to establish the media presence. Smash will be tomorrow night, though. Tomorrow is going to be the reverse order. The Jackbox party first, which will only be a 2-hour stream because I have to push it back a little bit. And well, still, it's media coverage. It doesn't really matter, like it's exposure of some kind, and that's important too. But so yeah, Jackbox first, then Smash at 8 p.m. Eastern, with more classic mode. Unless I don't know, I really want to go back to the story mode. I really do, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it with that boss there. I just don't know how. I'm not like good at Smash. Yep, Smash second stream, yes. Alright, so let's raid Mr. Scoot.
Virtual PC. Cool. Virtual PC. Image. Link here on the graphic 3 months subscribe. Send the raid now button. Cancel button. Mr. Smooth 6. 6 viewers already raid. 6 viewers already figure. 7 viewers already raid. 7 viewers already raid.
Alright, we got a party of 7 here.
7 viewers already raid. Mr. Smooth Mag. Mr. Smooth Mag.
Again, thanks everyone for tonight and today. Enjoy Mr. Scoot. I think you'll like him. I think you will. Here you go. Enjoy.
Stream labels. 0.1 ops 23.0.16. Stop streaming. Raid heads. Stop streaming. Check box check.